Ladies and gentlemen, I am officially running for President of the United States, and we are going to make our country great again.
Welcome the former mayor of New York City, Rudy Giuliani.
Thank you. Thank you. I have known Donald Trump for almost 30 years, and he has created and accomplished great things in my city and all over the world. But beyond that, this is a man with a big heart. Every time New York suffered a tragedy, Donald Trump was there to help. He's not gonna like my telling you this, but he did it anonymously. When police officers were shot, when firefighters were hurt, when people were in trouble, he came forward and he helped and he asked not to be mentioned. Well, I am going to break my promise to him. I am going to mention it. This is a man with a big heart who loves people, all people, from the top to the bottom, from the middle to the side.
Welcoming Dr. Ben Carson.
I have to start out by saying one very important thing. I'm not politically correct. And I hate political correctness because it's antithetical to the founding principles of this country. And the secular progressives use it to make people sit down and shut up while they change everything. It's time for us to stand up and shout out about what we believe in. You know, I devoted my career to studying and operating on the human brain. This remarkable organ defines our humanity. It gives us the ability to not only feel and observe, but to reason. When we elect a president, we need to use that power of reasoning. And it is going to be so critical right now. We must resist the temptation to take the easy way out and to passively accept what is fed to us by the politically elite and the media, because they don't know what they're talking about, but they have an agenda. Now, Donald Trump, he understands this very well. He understands that the blessings of this nation come with the responsibility to ensure that they are available to all, not just the privileged few. This is exemplified by his willingness to take on the establishment against all odds. It is evident in his passion for the American worker. It is found in his desire to put his considerable skills to work on behalf of American interests, not his self-interest. I'm proud to support Donald Trump, an extraordinary businessman, the right leader for a time such as this. But you know what? It is not about Donald Trump. It is not about me. It is about we, the people. And Thomas Jefferson said that we would reach this point because we, the people, would not be paying attention, and it would allow the government to grow, to expand, and to metastasize, and to try to rule us. But he said, before we turn into something else, we, the people, would recognize what was going on, what we were about to lose, and we would rise up and we would take control of our nation. And I say now is the time for us to rise up and take America back.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to present the next First Lady of the United States, my wife, an amazing mother, an incredible woman, Melania Trump. Thank you very much. Thank you.
very much. We are all truly blessed to be here. That will never change. I can tell you with certainty that my husband has been concerned about our country for as long as I have known him. With all of my heart, I know that he will make a great and lasting difference. Donald has a great and deep and unbonding determination and a never-give-up attitude. I have seen him fight for years to get the project done, or even started, and he does not give up. If you want someone to fight for you and your country, I can assure you, he's the guy. Donald is and always has been an amazing leader. Now he will go to work for you. He's tough when he has to be, but he's also kind and fair and caring. This kindness is not always noted, but it is there for all to see. That is one reason I fell in love with him to begin with. Donald is intensely loyal to family, friends, employees, country. His success indicates inclusion rather than division. My husband offers a new direction, welcoming change, prosperity, and greater cooperation among peoples and nations. Donald intends to represent all the people, not just some of the people. That includes Christians and Jews and Muslims. It includes Hispanics and African Americans and Asians and the poor and the middle class. Throughout his career, Donald has successfully worked with people of many faiths and with many nations. Like no one else, I have seen the talent, the energy, the tendency, the resourceful mind, and the simple goodness of the heart that God gave to Donald Trump. Now is the time to use those gifts as never before for purposes far greater than ever. It is kindness, love, and compassion for each other that will bring us together and keep us together. These are the values Donald and I will bring to the White House. My husband is ready to lead this great nation. He's ready to fight every day to give our children the better future they deserve. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald J. Trump is ready to serve and lead this country as the next President of the United States. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
Donald Trump is the steadfast leader our nation needs. He has spoken passionately to me of his belief in our American system of justice, and he speaks to the values that are at the foundation of our social contract. Throughout his campaign and over the many years before, he has consistently and constantly raised his voice, not only in defense of the character of the American police officer, but the need for all people to feel that they are being treated fairly and respectfully by law enforcement. You see, Donald Trump understands that what can make our nation safe again is a recommitment to a system of justice in which no government official, not even those who have fought their way to the marble and granite halls of Washington, no private citizen, no elected official, even Hillary Clinton, and no group of people, despite the fervor with which they press forward their grievances, can claim privilege above the law. It cannot happen in the United States.
I am sensing something is happening here. I really am, and I'm really excited about it. And I'm so proud to be a part of this Donald Trump campaign. Donald Trump understands us, he understands you, and we understand him. This is a movement like this country has not seen since the 1980s when Ronald Reagan ran for president of the United States. Donald Trump is going to provide the leadership that this country has not had in a very long time. Donald Trump understands that economic prosperity is very important to this country, and he knows how to jumpstart this economy again, to put people back to work, and to change the tone in Washington, because you know as well as I do that the people in Washington, D.C. inside that bubble are disconnected from us here at ground level. So hang in there. Okay, and I believe that there are people who were defined for a moment in our great American history. George Washington was made for the American Revolution. Abraham Lincoln was made for the Civil War. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was made for the Civil Rights Movement. Ronald Reagan was made to win the Cold War. And I believe that Donald J. Trump was made for this moment of turmoil here in the United States. Together, Donald Trump and we the people are going to make America great again.
The tradition of the primacy of the rule of law in America is strong. It is in those simple facts and in our acts we will move forward toward making America safe again. God bless you, and may God continue to bless these United States of America.
Delegates, friends, and my fellow Americans, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am deeply humbled by your confidence, and on behalf of my family, here and gone, I accept your nomination to run and serve as Vice President of the United States of America. I'm a Christian, a conservative, and a Republican in that order. You know, growing up, I actually started in politics in the other party until I heard the voice and the ideals of the 40th president, and I signed on for the Reagan Revolution. Now, if you know anything about Hoosiers, you know we love to suit up and compete. We play to win. That's why I joined this campaign in a heartbeat. You have nominated a man for president who never quits, who never backs down, a fighter, a winner. Until now, he's had to do it all by himself against all odds. But this week, with this united party, he's got backup. And on November 8th, I know we will elect Donald Trump to be the 45th president of the United States of America. You know, Donald Trump gets it. He's the genuine article. He's a doer in a game usually reserved for talkers. And when Donald Trump does his talking, he doesn't tiptoe around the 1,000 new rules of political correctness. He's his own man, distinctly American. And where else would an independent spirit like his find a following than in the land of the free and the home of the brave? The thing is, the party in power seems helpless to figure out our nominee. The media has the same problem. They all keep telling each other that the usual methods will work against him. They keep thinking they've done him in, only to wake up the next morning and find that Donald Trump is still standing and running stronger than ever before. The man just doesn't quit. He's tough. He perseveres. He's gone about as far as you can go in business, but he's never turned his back on the working men and women who make this country grow. Americans can elect someone who literally personifies the failed establishment in Washington, D.C., or we can choose a leader who will fight every day to make America great again. It's change versus status quo. And my fellow Republicans, when Donald Trump becomes president of the United States of America, the change will be huge. There seems to be so many things that divide us, so few great purposes that unite us as they once did. And it's at moments like this, moments when politics fail, that I believe we do well to remember that what unites us far exceeds anything that sets us apart in America. That we are, as we have always been, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Should I have the awesome privilege to serve as your Vice President, I promise to keep faith with that conviction, to pray daily for a wise and discerning heart, for who is able to govern this great people of yours without it. My fellow Americans, I believe we have come to another rendezvous with destiny, and I have faith. Faith in the boundless capacity of the American people, and faith that God can still heal our land. If you want a president who will protect this nation, confront radical Islamic terrorism and rid the world of ISIS, if you want a president who will restore law and order to this country and give law enforcement the support and resources they deserve, if you want a president who will cut taxes, grow our economy, and squeeze every nickel out of the federal bureaucracy, if you want a president who will build strong borders and enforce our laws, and if you want a president who will upend the status quo in Washington, D.C. and appoint justices to the Supreme Court who will uphold the Constitution, we have but one choice, and that man is ready. This team is ready. Our party is ready. And when we elect Donald Trump, the 45th President of the United States, together, we will make America great again.
To people all over America, I say, when you have my father in your corner, you will never again have to worry about being let down. He will fight for you all the time, all the way, every time. Maybe it's the developer in him, but Donald Trump cannot stand to see empty main streets and boarded up factories. He can't bear the injustice of college graduates who are crippled by student debt and mothers who can't afford the cost of the childcare required to return to work to better the lives of their families. Other politicians see these hardships, see the unfairness of it all, and they say, I feel for you. Only my father will say, I'll fight for you. This country identify with my father. He is tough and he is persevering. He is honest and he is real. He's an optimist and he's a relentless believer in America and all of her potential. He loves his family and he loves his country with his heart and his soul. I ask you to judge my father by his results. Judge his values by those he's instilled in his children. Judge his competency by the towers he's built, the companies he's founded, and the tens of thousands of jobs he's created. My father will call upon the best and brightest people from all spheres of industry and both sides of the aisle, a new set of thinkers to face our country's existing and future problems with fresh perspective and brave new solutions. Come January 17, all things will be possible again. We can hope and dream and think big again. No one has more faith in the American people than my father. He will be your greatest, your truest, and your most loyal champion. This is the fighter, the doer that you have chosen as your nominee. In ways no one expected, this moment in the life of our country has defined a mission and given it to an extraordinary man. He is ready to see it all the way through, to speak to every man and every woman of every background in every part of this great country, to earn your trust and to earn your vote. I've loved and respected him my entire life, and I could not be more proud tonight to present to you and to all of America my father and our next president, Donald J. Trump.
Friends, delegates, and fellow Americans, I humbly and gratefully accept your nomination for the presidency of the United States. Who would have believed that when we started this journey on June 16th last year, we, and I say we, because we are a team, would have received almost 14 million votes, the most in the history of the Republican Party, and that the Republican Party would get 60% more votes than it received 8 years ago. Who would have believed this? Together, we will lead our party back to the White House, and we will lead our country back to safety, prosperity, and peace. We will be a country of generosity and warmth, but we will also be a country of law and order. My dad, Fred Trump, was the smartest and hardest working man I ever knew. It's because of him that I learned from my youngest age to respect the dignity of work and the dignity of working people. He was a guy most comfortable in the company of bricklayers and carpenters and electricians. And I have a lot of that in me also. I love those people. I have had a truly great life in business. But now, my sole and exclusive mission is to go to work for our country, to go to work for you. It's time to deliver a victory for the American people. We don't win anymore, but we are going to start winning again. No longer can we rely on those same people in the media and politics who will say anything to keep our rigged system in place. Instead, we must choose to believe in America. History is watching us now. We don't have much time, but history is watching. It's waiting to see if we will rise to the occasion and if we will show the whole world that America is still free and independent and strong. I am your voice. So to every parent who dreams for their child and every child who dreams for their future, I say these words to you tonight. I am with you, I will fight for you, and I will win for you. what a group. This is a movement like they have never seen before. Never. I'll tell you what, is there any place more fun or safer to be than at a Trump rally, right? Right? Look at this crowd, and we have thousands of people outside trying to get in. It's like this all over. Even here, I know there were people standing here 8 hours ago. It's incredible. Thank you. They wanted to get a front row seat, stand. They wanted to get a front row stand. And there's no smarter group, there's no better group, there's just incredible. We have to bring everybody in with us, everybody, because we're going to make our country so great again, so great. Everybody has to come. But we are so smart, so sharp, so loyal. And they do say Trump has by far the most loyal people. Trump has by far the most enthusiastic people. And remember what Hillary Clinton said, basket of deplorables, right? And you're irredeemable? I don't think so, right? See, what she doesn't understand is that you're the greatest people on earth. You're not deplorable. The greatest people on earth. You're smart, you're sharp. You really want one thing. You want to make America great again. I mean, it's one thing you want. You want a strong military. You want to take care of your vets. You want to protect your Second Amendment. You want a great home. You want a great family. I mean, look, our country is filled with so many amazing people. People who lift us up and inspire us. And by the way, I have one of them here. Where's Rudy Giuliani? Rudy! Rudy! We love Rudy. Look at him. Look at him. I'm not running to be the president of the world. I'm running to be the president of the United States and protect the people of the United States. But to be a rich nation, we must also be a secure nation. Security begins at the border. We will build the wall, and Mexico will pay for the wall 100%. We will build the Border Patrol agents, incredible people, 16,500 of them announced that they're endorsing us. First time they've ever done that, never endorsed a presidential candidate. We're going to build the wall, we're going to enforce our laws, and we're going to keep radical Islamic terror out of our country, okay? We're going to end government corruption. Hillary Clinton put her emails on an illegal secret server open to foreign hacking. Then she bleached and destroyed. Remember? Unbelievable. 33,000 emails. She deleted them after congressional subpoenas. So she gets a subpoena. She lied to Congress under oath, and her staffers took the Fifth Amendment. In my opinion, it's worse than Watergate. Hillary Clinton put her public office up for sale, and if she ever got the chance, she would put the Oval Office up for sale. The only thing she succeeded at is helping her donors and covering up her crimes. Her single greatest achievement, in my opinion, will go down as getting away with the horrible crime that she committed with her classified information and her phony email and her illegal servers, and getting away with that when nobody else has and lives have been destroyed. She couldn't even pass her bar exam in Washington, D.C. She failed it. The single weapon that she's got is the media. Without the mainstream media, she wouldn't even be here, folks. That I can tell you. Our campaign is about breaking up the special interest monopoly in Washington, D.C. We're trying to disrupt the collusion between the wealthy donors, the large corporations, and the media executives. It's a political establishment that's corrupt. They go home, they go to the same restaurants, they attend the same conferences, right? And they have the same friends and connections. And they nod along when Hillary slanders you by calling you deplorable and irredeemable. You're deplorable. Now, it's time for tough borders. It's time for common sense. It's time to do things right. We have to put America first. When people look at this in the years ahead as among the worst foreign policy decisions ever made by any country at any time, we have opened the world to ISIS, and now we have to close those doors. We should temporarily suspend immigration entirely from regions where safe and adequate screening cannot occur. My policy will benefit the millions of wonderful immigrants living here and the wonderful immigrants coming in to our country in the future, because all good and decent, loving people want to live in a good and decent, loving country. The pro-immigrant position is the position that favors tough screening and tight controls. And we want people to come into our country, but they have to come in legally through a process, and we need extreme screening. We're going to stop the reckless and costly policy of regime change overseas and instead focus on working in partnership with our allies on a military campaign to utterly destroy ISIS. We have no choice. So we're going to create a new government that serves you, your family, and your country, and it's going to be the kind of government that you've been looking for a long time. Starting immediately, as soon as we win that election, starting in January, we're going to have the biggest tax cut since Ronald Reagan. We're going to eliminate unnecessary regulation, which is massive. We're going to lift restrictions on all sources of American energy and put the miners and steel workers back to work. My economic agenda can be summed up in 3 very beautiful words: jobs, jobs, jobs. I'm going to fix our terrible trade deals and defend the American worker. We're going to end Common Core and bring your educational process locally. I want every disadvantaged child in this country, including every poor Hispanic child in this country and every poor African-American child in this country, to be able to attend the public, private, charter, magnet, or religious school of their choice. It's the great civil rights issue of our time. We're going to repeal and replace job-killing Obamacare. We will save your Second Amendment, which is totally under siege. We're going to support the men and women of law enforcement. They're going through hell. We're going to rebuild our depleted military, the greatest people. They have old equipment. We're not taking care of our military. And we are going to take care of our very, very great veterans for the first time. And we're going to appoint justices to the United States Supreme Court who will uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States. This election day, you have one magnificent chance. I really believe it's your last chance. You know, you always hear, oh, this is the most important election. You hear it every time. I think you know this is it. When you get to the Supreme Court, one judge replacing Justice Scalia, and the whole balance is over. And we have nothing but problems. We have a whole different country. So this is your last chance to deliver justice for every forgotten man, woman, and child in this country. On November 8th, the arrogance of Washington, D.C. will come face to face with the righteous verdict of the American voter. But Mr. Trump, you're not a nice person. That's true. But actually I am. I think I am a nice person. And I will fight to bring us together as one American people. Imagine what our country could accomplish if we started working together as one people under one God, saluting one flag. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. God bless you.